are a public institution established by the E-Government Act for the purpose of digitizing government processes or government business processes. For the older people like me, we understand they're commonly aware that the government works on papers. By so doing, we could remain on manual businesses or using manual papers as it was. But with this act, we are transforming the business of the government from manual to digital ones, but with engineering, not automation as it is supposed to be now. But we are engineering some businesses so that they can fit in the use of ICT. So that is the act all about. But when we are talking about e-government, it means we are talking about the use of IT in the daily businesses of the government. ICT, where it's used to enhance the delivery of government services in terms of quality, availability, accessibility, innovation of new services. The use of ICT is an efficient way for conducting transactions. This is, I think, we all agree and acknowledge. And if at all we were consulted, then we would have said that it may be digitizing, monitoring and evaluation, and learning for improving government performance. Because with digital, the use of ICT, then it is easy. I remember yesterday when we were attending, there was an issue of double counting, unaccounting, or unclean data. But if you have ICT systems, it's not easy to find this. If it is found there, it has been made intentionally. Somebody would have made that intentional. As you can see now, we have the mobile platform where any public or a citizen can access government services through his mobile phone by use of *15200#. Then you get a number of services from the government by your phone. This is done under the E-Government Act, which Act is there to provide for e-government services, recognition of which services by the government, and again it sets up administration of the authority and the management of electronic data and the other matters. So with that, once you have digitized your business processes, then the issue of having accurate data is not an issue. The Act was enacted to address some challenges that were existing by that time. We had the duplication of efforts or duplication of systems, the question of integration, the question of interoperability. But with this act, it has been made clear that if you don't develop your systems by following the laid out standards and guidelines, then you cannot get the question of interoperability of systems. And we have the question of having all government infrastructures ICT-led, e-readiness. So the Act under Section 23 directs that each public institution, while performing any construction, being it a road, railway, or these buildings, it must consider the question of having ICT equipment or infrastructures within it. Should be still ready.
When you want to develop any ICT application to be used in the government, we should make sure they are complying to those provided standard and guidelines. But also we have level 2 that's specifically for the standard and guidelines that are developed by e-government authority, and they are providing a technical guidance upon implementation of e-government related initiative. But the level 3 are specifically for institution ICT management standard and guideline. These are the guidelines that are supposed to be developed by the respective institution to ensure that the implementation of ICT within the public institution is in line with the respective standard and guidelines. We need to ensure that we are capacitating our M&A experts so that they can be able to monitor and evaluate even the ICT projects that are being conducted or that are being implemented in the government to ensure sustainability of those projects. But the other thing, we need to make sure that all ICT projects that are being implemented in the government are taken into consideration, all requirements regarding the people in the limited area as well as people with disability. We're not supposed to leave anyone behind. So all those documents have prescribed on what to be done to ensure that our ICT application are efficient and effective towards improving government performance. But upon doing monitoring and evaluation, we need to ensure that we take into consideration the issue of security. We understand the situation around right now. We need to deal with cybersecurity threats that are going on globally. So when we are doing a monitoring or when we are evaluating our ICT application, we need to take sure security control or security measures are taken into consideration. And in case of any incident, we need to make sure the corrective measures are taken when necessary. The other thing we need to ensure we comply with the E-Government Act related standard and guidelines upon strengthening of monitoring, evaluation, and learning for improving government performance.